Welcome to another episode of Video Game Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. And the first thing I'm going to say is that title is a little bit misleading because this collection also includes a third game. Now admittedly the third game is pretty short, it's like 3 or 4 levels, but they are really hard. So anyways, on to the... Well, first of all, if you don't know about... If you somehow stumbled upon my little channel, but you don't know who the Angry Video Game Nerd is, he's on YouTube. It's a pretty entertaining show. Check him out. So anyways, these are brutally difficult sort of action platform kind of shooters, not really. And they are spectacular. Now, in the videos in the background, you are going to see clips from all 3 games, and they all look really similar. And I'm not really going to point out, you know, which game you're looking at in which clip, because it kind of doesn't matter. The games are really quite similar. One of the biggest differences is the level select screen. So in the first game in the series, the level select is done kind of like in a Mega Man style, whereas in parts 2 and 3, it's done kind of more like a Mario 3 style overworld map. But those are really kind of the major differences. Now, like I said, this game is tough as nails. Oh my gosh, this is incredibly difficult. However, it's one of those games where you're gonna die a lot, but there are a lot of checkpoints, so you don't have to repeat yourself much, and that really makes all the difference in the world to me. Like, I can deal with almost any difficulty level as long as I feel like the game is fair, it controls reasonably well, and when I die, I don't have to repeat long stretches of the game. And so this game nails all of that. Like, absolutely gets it right. And so if you're into that style of game, even though I haven't played much Super Meat Boy, I guess it's kind of similar to like a Super Meat Boy type of deal. If you're into that style of game, like 100%, run out and pick this up immediately. I have not seen this game go on a sale yet at all. So at the... what did I pay for this? Maybe $15 or $20, whatever it was 100% worth it and gets a full recommendation from me. It is another... I've been reviewing a lot of my favorite Switch games lately, my very, like, cream of the crop games, and this is one of them for me. This collection is in my top 5 Switch games of all time. I could not recommend it enough. So if you're inclined, definitely either pick it up immediately or at a minimum put it on your wish list. This game is awesome. Now, one thing that I had to, well, I guess I didn't have to, but one thing that I chose to keep in mind when I was putting this review together with the video footage, I had a hard time. So there's just like the character and his YouTube videos, there's a lot of swearing in this game, like a lot. So it was a little tricky for me to capture footage that didn't include swearing. So if you're, you know, if you're a parent out there or something, and you think, oh, this looks like a cute old school game for my kid, it probably isn't. So just wanted to let y'all know that. It's, you know, as you have been able to see in some of the clips, it is pretty bloody, but beyond that, there's a lot of swearing, and there's actually one level that's like adult themed. So just something to be aware of. Oh, we're getting to a sweet part here. You get to ride a flaming shark that shoots lasers out of its eyes. It's amazing. Super fun. The level design is great, the enemy design is fun. Everything about this game is just like I said, brutally hard, but really, really fun. And so if you don't know much about the Angry Video Game Nerd, basically a lot of the episodes center around him playing these like really just brutally hard old school Nintendo games, and that's kind of what this game was modeled after. One of the games that he would be playing in his show that make him scream and swear because they're so ridiculously difficult. But again, you know, one of the key differences between this game and an actual old school Nintendo game are the frequent checkpoints that you get here. Awesome. And so here you see this is from the second game in the series, and this is kind of like the horror theme level, and it's done in black and white, which I think is a really cool, gives it a really cool look. And that's another cool thing about all three of these games. The levels are all pretty much themed on something. So it could be, you know, it could be a movie. It's probably in a lot of cases it's themed or based on other video games, or could be based on one or more episodes of the AVGN show. So there's a lot of tie-ins and a lot of references, and you know, they could have relied on that and just like produced kind of a mediocre game, which is what you see with a lot of licenses, a lot of licensed games, and they didn't do that here. They actually put in the work and produced like a really awesome product. Oh wow, yeah, a really awesome product. One key thing that I definitely wanted to make sure that I touched on, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it in the background of this video or not, because you know, when I produce these videos, I'm constantly trying to strike a balance between, you know, the viewer being able to hear my commentary and also the viewer being able to hear the game. And sometimes I have to turn the game sound down so low that I don't really think you can hear that much of it. But anyway, the soundtrack, man, the chiptune soundtrack, seriously, some of the best chiptunes that I have heard in ages. Maybe the best chiptunes that I've heard on any game on the Switch. They're really just fantastic. Truly, truly. The soundtrack, if you're into the old school chiptune soundtracks, this game is top tier, top shelf. So as far as moves and attacks and everything like that, it's pretty straightforward. You've got you know, you can run, you can jump, you can shoot this little pea shooter thing, which is actually a Nintendo Zapper from the NES days. You can upgrade the Nintendo Zapper to a Super Scope 6, which was the Super Nintendo light gun. But that's pretty much it, other than you've also got these screen clearing attacks that you can get, but you have to pick up an item to use them. The other sort of item that you can get is so bottles of beer. Your health meter is bottles of beer, and you can pick up bottles of beer, of course, to replenish it. But you can also pick up a beer keg, which is like an energy tank that you can use whenever you're down to one beer. You use the beer keg and you get your life back. You get your hit points back. Well, look, guys, that's pretty much it. This is another game that just, in my opinion, completely knocked it out of the park. It's just a spectacular, beautiful 2D action platformer, awesome old school 2D graphics, top shelf chiptune soundtrack, and I can't recommend it enough. If you like old school games and you like really hard games but with a lot of checkpoints, like I said, run out and buy this now. It's $15 or $20, or else at a minimum put it on your wish list. It's amazing. Like I said, it's one of my top 5 Switch games of all time. And thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, please like or subscribe. Like and subscribe. How about that? hit the little bell notification, tell a friend. I don't know. I like putting these videos together, and I really like putting this stuff out there. But at the same time, I also like it when people watch my videos. So if we can get that to happen, that'd be really cool too. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.